Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy For Now. It's me, Isabel, here with a very exciting video. It is my November manga log and haul. Of course, we've got to talk about all the things I read in the month of November. If you watched my wrap-up situation, I talked about how I read 25 manga total. So we're going to talk about all 25 of those here. Next year, I promise, these are going to start having more stats. So in February, when you get your January one, you'll start seeing like more and more statistics, which is very exciting. I'm shifting things and adjusting how I track, which I'm thrilled about, to be honest with you. I am really curious to see the data on my manga numbers pulled out of my book numbers. So let's dive right into everything I read physically in my home. So first up, I did read Cherry Magic, 30 Years of Virginity Can Make You a Wizard, Volume 2. I really enjoyed Volume 2. This is a great continuation. I have 3, 4, and 5 to read still, so I will be picking those up hopefully sooner than later. For now, I'm just enjoying the office romance element of this and the slow burn build we're having to something more. Then I read one of my most anticipated new releases of November, and one that as soon as it got in my hands, I read very quickly, and that is Skip and Loafer Volume 8. We had a great reveal at the end of Volume 7. A lot of things happened in 8. I don't want to talk about it too in depth because I don't want to spoil it if you're not here yet, but it's okay how it works out. I'm okay. But Volume 7, I was not okay. So I recommend you both to read back to back. I love this continuation. This continues to be one of my favorite series of the year. For me, I think it's just been such an absolute delight to read. And also an absolute delight to just, you know, take a journey with. These characters are so fun and feel so very real and relatable as what it was like to be a teen in a way, even though it was a long time ago. That's still very fun. I love this book series. Next, we have Bite Maker Volume 6 and 7. I loved both of these way more than I expected to. Bite Maker's been a series I've been very on and off about, unsure of how I feel, if I want to continue or not. And 6 and 7 kind of sold me on the series more than I expected. I know it's not super long, like we're nearing the end of the series, so I'm excited to continue the series, honestly, and see how I feel as the story wraps up. This definitely isn't a series I feel like everyone's gonna love or that I can recommend to everyone because it definitely hits a lot of things that people aren't going to like. This is Omegaverse. This has a lot going on and questionable things at times, you know? Like, it's just what it is. But I am kind of trash for it, so I'm having a blast with it. If you have similar, like, trashy manga tastes to me, and I say trashy with love as a romance reader, things that are just not always beloved by everyone, then you may enjoy Bite Maker. Then we have my Love Mix-Up, which I finished in the month of November, and I'm so happy about. I reread Volume 6. I realized this was a reread when I got to the fat phobia in this one. That was a little sad. So then we had 7, 8, and 9, and that officially ended this series. So I completed another series this year, which is great. And I loved this series. This is definitely in my top 10 series I've read. I just wrecked it in a rec video of completed series. It's only 9 volumes, so I feel like that's pretty approachable if you're looking for something shorter. You know, I feel like when we start getting over like 10 volumes, it can be a little more intimidating to pick up a book, but these were fantastic. This follows 2 classmates who mistakenly end up dating, kind of, because he doesn't realize that the eraser he picked up that has his name on it actually had a different name on it. And he covers for his friend because he doesn't want to embarrass her. And it's very sweet, and it's just a really fun, sweet BL, in my opinion. And we do get to follow a second relationship towards the end more. And I think overall it just worked fantastically. I am excited to watch the adaptation. There is a live action drama adaptation of this, so I'm excited for that. And I just really loved the boys in this series. I think it was just one of those things that was like so sweet and cute and fun to read that I could see myself honestly revisiting the series as a whole. Okay, next up, I read the newest volume of My Happy Marriage, the manga, not the light novel, and it was so good. I continue to love this series. I really do want to catch up on the light novel so that I'm kind of just reading them together, because it's definitely a series I feel myself wanting to double dip on a lot, which I haven't had many series that I've been like, I need to double dip on you, but listen, I still gotta watch the anime. Which is gonna happen soon too. I'm obsessed though. Like, I love this marriage happening. I loved the setup here, the paranormal elements, the historical-ish elements. It kind of has the mesh of a lot of things that I just personally love in a book. So I can't wait to see where we go in volume 5. I am anxiously awaiting it. And I feel like I get each new volume and I kind of sit on it for a hot minute because I know I've got a bit of a wait. Like, these aren't coming out super duper fast. But yeah, this continues to be a fantastic blend of historical, paranormal, magical stuff. It has just been so fun to read and an absolute delight. If you haven't picked this up and you have and you're reading Apothecary Diaries and other things, you need to pick this up. Next, we have The Great Snake's Bride, Volume 1. This is one that I proceeded with caution because it does have some horror elements. It has a lot going on. It is good. I really enjoyed it overall, but it is one of those ones that I think we're going to see how it goes. It's one that I may drop in time. I'm not sure. As a monster romance reader, I feel like it works for me in a lot of ways because of that. It also has light horror elements that I'm really enjoying. I'm just surprised by this one at the end of the day in a good way. So I'm excited to see what unfolds as I continue to read it. I'm excited to pick up volume 2. Okay, so yeah, this is one I can't recommend to everyone also, but I'm left just super intrigued to see where we end up once I read volume 2 and 3 and 4. I don't know. I liked it. And I don't know why. I don't know why I liked it because I'm not a snake person. But I did like it. We had another series catch up. There was a video, in case you haven't realized this yet or hadn't watched it, where I read manga like it was my job for 8 hours. So a lot of this is what I read during that. But I read volumes 8, 9, and 10 of Vampire Dormitory. I'm officially caught up until May of next year, which is bananas. I enjoyed this. I think this was a great continuation of the plot. This is another one that I think is just very quick and readable in a fun way. They're very goofy, but very fun. So I think this is one that, like I said, I think you can just kind of pick up and read quickly. These really are 20-minute volumes. So it's one of those series I feel like is an easy rec also, but if you like vampires and you're looking for a really kind of weird vampire story, this is definitely one I recommend. I truly have had a blast so far with these. I'm sad I have such a long wait till the next volume comes out though. That's disappointing. But yeah, I'm trash for these. Okay, and my newest favoriteest series that I'm reading is She Loves to Cook, She Loves to Eat. I read volumes 1 and 2. This is fantastic. And these both, I know they're bigger, they're $15 mangas. I can't recommend them enough. I think this series is so fun. I just got volume 3 this month, which I'll haul in a minute, and I'm really pumped to pick it up. So, I don't know, this is really fun. So they're neighbors, and she really eats a lot, and she loves cooking. So she ends up bringing her food, and it's this relationship bond they build over their love of food and different kinds of food. And I just think it's really precious and sweet, and it's definitely verging into sapphic/yuri territory. I'm ready for it. I think it's gonna be just the sweetest little romance. They're just the cutest. And the food is so good. This feels like such a fun read, such a fun read that makes you hungry. These will make you hungry. So be ready to eat if you're reading them. Okay, and last but not least on my series catch-up journey this month, I did read Tsubaki Cho's Lonely Planet Volume 3 and 4. And I really liked these. I know this is a series that doesn't work for everyone because we do have an older man love interest and she's in high school, but he kind of lays out in volume 4, which worked well for me, that he's not going to pursue anything because she's underage and that's not appropriate. So I appreciate that. I'm assuming we're going to get some kind of time jump maybe. I don't know. But either way, I am having an absolute blast. With this. I am excited for volume 5. I love these covers also. The patterning and color is just so fun and bold and bright. So that's been really enjoyable. Yeah, I don't have a ton to say about this. I'm just really enjoying watching the journey of these characters together. Okay, let's talk about my digitals. So these are things I got from the library, Kindle Unlimited, etc. Or bought. First up, we have Our Fake Marriage. I read volumes 10, 11, and 12. I'm officially caught up in this series. I've enjoyed it. I think this series is a 3.5 for me. I will continue reading it because they're just really fun, quick, enjoyable reads, but they're not groundbreaking or anything that interesting to write home about or discuss. I just think if you are enjoying for Josei that's a little more adult, an arranged marriage situation, This is a fun one. Then I read volume 7 of Matcha Made in Heaven and I loved it. I continue to adore this series. I hope we get print releases of it sooner than later. To be honest with you, it's one that I would love to see more readily available on shelves because I just think they're so cute. The covers are so fun. We continue to grow this relationship in a wonderful way and it's just working really, really well for me. Next, I read Kakyorio Bed and Breakfast for Spirits Volume 8. This puts me caught up with releases for this one. I also really enjoyed it. This continues to be a really fun mix of Food Wars, Kami-sama Kiss, is that the one? Or is it Demon of Momochi House? One of those two. And like food, like it's got a lot of food, a lot of fun characters, a lot of fun development and growth. It's just been a good time to read. If you like She Likes to Cook, She Likes to Eat and you want a little more paranormal fantasy elements, I feel like this one's a great fit. Boss Bride Days, I read volumes 9 through 10. So this is our White Shoes dating. She plays the phone game that's the Yakuza Boys and lo and behold she's basically thrust into that life and it's been a really fun to read and continue. I just got volume 11 like early December so I will be reading that soon, but yeah, I've just really enjoyed these. They're very fun, they're goofy, quick reads that are just an absolute blast. So fingers crossed we also get these physically because these covers are stunning. And last but not least, My Boss's Kitten Volume 3, I think did a great job making me like this story / be interested in it more than I was previously. So this one is on KU to a certain extent. So if you're going to try it that way. It's definitely weird, kind of. Like, I'm not usually like a animal play person in my books, but I think this one, it's working for me weirdly enough. And I'm not too mad about it, but also like, I don't think I'd pay money for it. It's definitely been another quick smutty read though. All right, what have I bought in the month of November? Okay, so first up, digitally, I bought Matcha Made in Heaven Volume 7 and then Boss Bride Days Volume 10 and 11 came out in November, apparently. I didn't realize that was November. Okay, now physicals. I did a little shop with me Black Friday video, so a lot of these are gonna be ones you saw there, but I got Prince Freya Volume 1. I do own this digitally, but it was buy one, get one half off, so what's a girl to do but to buy it? That is also why I got The Eccentric Doctor of the Moonflower Kingdom Volume 1. This was part of the buy one half, get one half off. This has been on my TBR. I had a digital copy of this out from the library. Didn't read it and I was just like, whatever, we'll pick it up. It looks really fun. I know Shay's really enjoyed this series, or at least Volume 1, so I would like to continue it. And then I also picked up Rose and Blood Volume 5, planning to reread 1 through 5 of this series basically to make a decision on if I like it or not. If I don't like it, I think I'll sell it, but I feel like it's a series I need to sit down and read in one go, like start to finish. So this means I can do so. Then I also have Bite Maker Volume 8 because I have to know what happens sooner than later because I'm very curious. I also picked up, that is upside down. Whoops. I got She Likes to Cook, She Likes to Eat Volume 3, another one that's high on my priority list to read this month of December. And then I got 2 new steamships. So I got Revenge, Mr. Wrong, or Mrs. Wrong. This is about twin sisters who switch places. And then I got I Can't Refuse S, Volume 1, another steamship. She's like a butler and has to teach her about sex, so you know I'm here for it. I'm really excited to read both of those this month. That is everything I read and bought in November. Let me know what you picked up this month and are loving right now, anything you think I should check out. And if you don't want to do either of those things, you can leave me a tree emoji of your choice down below. And I will have links to everything I talked about here for you, as well as links to my friend anywhere on the internet. And I will talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye!
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what